Hello and welcome to Challenge Day 3. I feel a bit like a game show host doing this, but I quite like it. Maybe I should be a game show host. Maybe that's my next career move. Okay, so Facebook is being worse today than it has ever been. I just did a Facebook in one of my other groups, my membership, and it didn't just not show people it like it's been doing in here. It actually chucked people off and didn't let them view it even when they wanted to. That's how much faith I have in Facebook showing you guys this live this morning. And so, of course, I need your help to get it out there. And so please do me the honour of some hearts, some thumbs up. You can give me some angry faces and I won't be mad. Just let's just thwart Facebook's plan to not ever show me to anyone. Also, say hello if you're on so I can see your lovely names and see who see, it's already going wrong. It's told me that somebody is watching 12 times. It's being very tricky today. It's not being good at all. It's doing whatever it wants to do. Morning. Hey, Jill. Oh, it's Jocasta's first one live. That's good. Hopefully you've been catching up with them all still though. Morning. Nice to see you. First off, what I want you to do is tell me if you have already done parts 1 and 2 so that we can celebrate that you are halfway through. Look, Lindsay says it kicked her out too. Why is it kicking people out of my Facebooks? What is happening? And so people are coming back in, constantly trying to get back in. It's so annoying. Sarah said, morning beautiful, I've woken up feeling a bit blur. I know what I want to create, but the hook I feel doesn't make people want to click on it. Well, you don't know until you try it. So a lot of it is trial and error. We give it a go, and if it doesn't work, we change the title. Morning. Right then. So it looks like people are finding us. Whether they're being kicked off or not is another matter. I'm presuming that Terry has done the honours of at everyoneing this live so that more people can see it. If not, and one of my team are on, then please do that. Yeah, Sarah's in my team. Sarah, who you can say here, she's in my team. She's saying you are all doing amazingly, and you really are. Some of the things that you did yesterday, the freebies, are better than some of the titles that I see out there already. So you will definitely be able to make this work. Danny got her profile cloned. Mine's been cloned all week, more than ever before. I'm ignoring them all. If there's no blue tick next to it, it is not me. That's the way we have to go with it. Look, people have got parts 1 and 2 done. This is so good. Don't be sad that we're at the halfway mark. It means you're halfway there. It means you've done half of the challenge. We need to celebrate that. It came onto my phone first and laptop 2 minutes later. Isn't it weird? Isn't it strange how it works? I need to watch 1 and 2 again and do my homework. I did watch them, but at 3 a.m. Watch them again. You might not be, 3 a.m. We're not sure. I've never been kicked off, but I got in via the Lisa bot link. Well, at least you got in. That's all we can ask for. You've got in. Okay. So at this point, let's do a quick recap. So if you're on your journey to make recurring revenue and you're doing the whole thing, at this point where you would be, you'd have thought of some ideas of what you could do to make recurring revenue. You could sort of think, what do people ask me about? What do I know? Maybe that would have been your job. Carol, see, you've been listening to me. Maybe that would have been your job. Maybe it would have been jobs you've had before. Maybe it's your business that you're just bringing online. Maybe you're going from 1-to-1 in your business to doing 1-to-many kind of stuff. Or maybe it's a hobby that you've got. Maybe it's life experience that you've got. So all of those things you should have thought about and then decided to pick one. It doesn't matter if it's not the one you're going to be with forever. We are not there's no finality to it. You can just choose one and then off we go. So you've got the one and then you've thought, okay, well, I've listened to Lisa's cash system and she told me in part 2 of the cash system that it's about growing an audience. So the next thing I need to do, because it's step by step, is grow an audience. And so you've gone, how do I grow an audience? I know I'm going to use a funnel. Yes, the funnel is the hard bit. I mean, most of this is not complicated. It's really easy. But the funnel is the sort of technical bit. But that's okay, because if I really don't want to do it myself, I can go into 1-to-many and Lisa's going to do that bit for me. So then you're at this point where you've thought not just of your freebie, but of the title to the freebie, because that's the bit that matters the most. So you've got the title and you're like, what do I think people will want? Oh, I know. They'll want the freebie that says this. And so they'll click on it. And so then they're going to click onto your freebie and you're going to send them that freebie. And then what's going to happen is automatically, because the funnel is going to do this for you, is going to send them to your email list. Let's talk about email lists. So email lists are the most important thing for a business because, oh, you're all very chatty this morning, aren't you? It's the most important thing for your business. I'll tell you why. Because if I look at how much, well, first of all, we don't own Facebook. And as you can see, Facebook likes to screw with me. That means it will screw with you. The same with Instagram, the same with any of them. So what we need is something that's ours. And an email list is ours and we own it. And so with an email list, if I look at how much money I made right at the beginning in that first 6 months, in the first 6 months, I made 100,000 in profit. Now, I only had a few people on my email list then. If I look at the trajectory of the money I've made in business, it goes like this. Email list up, money up. It's literally in a trajectory. I now make £4.2 million every single year, but my email list has thousands of people on it. So it goes up. So what we want to be doing is filling that email list so that when you launch something, there's enough people there to buy it. So part 3, let's talk about part 3. Part 3 is the part of the challenge. If you haven't done parts 1 and 2 yet, I want you to go back and do them first and then come back to part 3 because it is linear, it's in order, it's step by step. So part 3 is, actually I just want to tell you something else. When I made that 100,000, actually when I made my first $1 million, I didn't have a website. I'm not saying don't get a website, but I didn't have one. What I had is an email list and then I wrote sales pages when I wanted to sell things. And I still write sales pages now. So the next part is to write the course content. So if you're doing a course, it would be modules. Maybe it would be 6 modules. Maybe it would be 8 modules and you can write them. And if you're doing a membership, then it's working out what you're going to do in that membership. So for instance, in a membership, you might decide just to do, like in my membership, we do 1 thing per month. So if you're going to do 1 thing per month, you can either do it or you can get some other experts in to do it and you can just be the curator of the membership. You don't have to be the one that does everything. You can just host the membership and then you can get other people to come in and do things for you. But you still need to know what those things are going to be. So let's just tell you a few things about if you're doing a course or a membership or a subscription box or a workshop or anything. Here's one thing that's going to blow your mind. You are not going to write any of your course or workshop or membership or anything before you have sold it. What? I know, but the reason is I've seen loads of people spend 6 months like doing all these fancy videos. You can see that I don't do fancy videos, but some people do want to. And so they do all these fancy videos and they do all these things and then they sell it and no one buys it and they've wasted all that time. So we don't do it that way. We're going to do it live anyway the first time because that's how we get good feedback. We're going to deliver it live. And so what you may as well do is write the sales page. The sales page is basically like the thing that people are going to buy it from. So you're going to write the sales page, people are going to buy, and then once they've already bought, you are going to write it each week as you go along. Look, you don't have to do it that way. Some people get very nervous doing it that way, and they're like, how am I going to write a module in a week? But it's actually quite easy. But you don't have to. But that's how I do everything. I sell it, then I build it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is when you are writing your course or workshop or membership or anything, what we want is for you to not overwhelm people by going, I'm going to show people how clever I am. I'm going to tell them everything I know about this subject. It kicked Amy out. I told you, that's what it's been doing. Like, you do not want to tell people everything you know on a subject. Like, I know a ton on passive income. I'm not going to tell you everything I know, because if I do that, your head is going to explode and you're going to be like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing this course. So what you do when you do a course for somebody is you think, what do they need to know to get the results? So for me, in One to Many, I don't tell you everything. I just tell you what you need to know to start making money, because that's the result that you want. So I only tell you those things. I can see people going too far ahead here. Bring yourself back into the room. Stop thinking about all the things in the future and just think about today. Just today's challenge, step by step, mindfulness. So yeah, and it's the same as subscription box. It's the same with everything. You don't want to put everything in one go. You want to do things step by step, and you want to only give people what they need to get the thing that you're saying you can help them with at the end. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, the most important thing is not what you're going to teach people. I shall tell you why. And first of all, and actually what you really do need to know is, people do not buy a course for the knowledge. I know that sounds weird. They buy it for the knowledge, for the step-by-step, for the support, for the accountability, for the hand-holding. They do it for all of that. They don't just buy it for the knowledge. If it was just knowledge, you could probably piece it all together, whatever you're selling online. No one buys it for that. And so if they don't buy it for that, do people even like learning? What is a sales page? A sales page is like a page that says, this is what I am selling. This is why you need it. This is what you're going to learn in it. So it might have the modules in it. And this, click on this to buy it. And then they click on it, they buy it, and you get money. So that's what a sales page is. And you need to be able to write the sales page before you create the course. So you kind of need to know what's kind of going in. So you'd probably sit there and go, okay, let's say we're doing social media. Okay, I'm going to teach people how to use Facebook. So you might brainstorm that and go, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. Module 1 can be about this. Module 2 can be about this. And then you put it into a sales page and people will buy it from that. But here's the rub. People do not want to learn. I know, it's crazy. You're thinking, I do. I like learning. You don't like learning. What you like is transforming. People want to transform their life in some way. They want to transform things. It's the transformation that is important, not the learning. If I tell you, right, here's what you need to do to make passive income. You're going to need to learn this. You're going to need to learn this. You're going to need to learn this, which is in module 3. You're also going to need to learn this, which is in module 4. And you're going to need to learn this in module 5. You're going to be like, I have to learn all this stuff. But actually, that's not why people buy things. There is a phrase that is, sell the sizzle, not the sausage. And that means that the exciting thing is the thing you sell. And you're not going to do anything with the freebies yet. The freebies are to get people into your audience. Pretend in your head you've done that bit. You've written your freebie. You've got people into your audience. You've like emailed those people. They like you, and it's been a few months. Now you're at the bit where you need to write the course and the sales page. So when you're thinking about the transformation, yeah, mind mapping is a great way of doing it. When you're thinking about how to sell something, instead of like having a website, you're going to have a sales page. And on that sales page, you are not going to write every single little thing that's going to be in that course. What you're going to do is you're going to tell people the transformation. Let me give you an example. Let's say I was a pianist. I always give this example, and then I wish I didn't, because I realise I don't know anything about pianos. But let's say one of the things that I wanted to sell was a course about how to play the piano. And so I'm like, okay, I could tell you that I'm going to teach you, I don't know, what do you need to learn? Chords, how to read music, what those pedals do underneath, all the things about a piano. They're, whatever they are probably the things that would go into the course, how to do all of those kind of things. But actually, no one cares. What they care is what the transformation will be. If you think about where your client is at A, somebody that doesn't know how to play the piano and wants to be one of those people that goes into train stations and sits on the piano and starts playing the piano and everyone's like, oh, look at that person, they're so amazing. Let's say you wanted to be that person. That's point A. They can't do that yet. They go in there and they stare longingly at that piano and they don't know how to play it. But they want to do that. And so they're A, which is, I do not know how to get there. B, I'm loving the little piano keys. But point B is where they want to get. Point B is going into that train station and playing the piano like a pro. So what you're going to do is you're not going to tell them all the stuff they're going to learn. You're going to give them a transformation statement that tells them exactly what they're going to learn. So let's say the transformation statement for the person that wants to learn the piano, they're going to buy a course. The transformation statement could be from beginner to Beethoven. That tells you everything about that course. It tells you it's about the piano. It tells you you're going to start as a beginner and then you're going to be Beethoven at the end. So it gives the transformation statement, which is much more exciting than I'm going to teach you how to play chords and keys and other stuff to do with pianos. I do have a thing about pianos. I don't know why, because I really cannot play. Okay, so the plan is the same if it's a membership. What will be the transformation? So I have a membership for people that are beginners in business who want to make friends with other people in business. And so my kind of tagline, if you want, my transformation statement when I'm teaching, when I'm getting people on the sales page to come into my membership is start learning business right from the start. So they know exactly what they're going to get. It's like a transformation statement. So for now, this is what you need to do. You need to think about what your transformation statement for that course. Remember, you chose the thing, you chose the one. We might not go with it forever, but for this purpose, you've chosen your one, you've given it a freebie title. Let's now pretend you've got all the audience in and you're writing the sales page because you want people to buy your course or subscription box or workshop or membership or whatever. The next thing you're going to do is go, right, the most important part about this is the transformation statement. Look at Sarah's transformation statement. Be your own designer. So let me tell you how you could make that better. First of all, what kind of designer? Am I going to be an interior designer or am I going to be a website designer? Make it really clear so that people know exactly what is going to be their transformation. Where are they going from? You don't have to put where they're from into, but make it clear who it's for. Be your own designer right from the start. Be your own website designer from the start. Like, if it was like my mastermind, in my mastermind, people are already making £1 million and I help them get to multi-million pounds. So my transformation statement there would be very different. It would be go from 1 million to multi-millions over a year. Like, it's a different statement. But whatever it's going to be, it needs a transformation statement. So today's challenge is for you to come up with that transformation statement and then we can go through and help you. Maybe I was a pianist in a past life. Love that. From cancer to CEO. You're making sure that people who have had cancer can still run businesses that are really successful. And that tells you all of that in that one line. It's the same for a subscription box. It still needs a transformation. Learn how to, like the one I told you about before, I saw this subscription box for people that have chickens in their garden. So you might have something along the lines of rear chickens the healthy way. Tells you what the subscription box is going to help you do. From, oh, that's a swear word, from effed to funneled. I would make that a little bit longer so that they understand what kind of funnel. Fear to freedom with what though? From fear of. Like, let's make it really so people know what it's about. Oh, love that one. From feeling guilty to feeling free. Get rid of guilt. Love it. I teach you how to use marketing to go from overlooked to fully booked. Love it. These are great. You seem to have got the idea already. And we can help you. I know this is a bit harder than yesterday's, but you can see it's getting a little bit harder as we go along. All right, who is in on today's challenge? Love that one. From nervous first-time buyer to confident homeowner. Does what it says on the tin. Love this. So there are hosts for sales pages. No, so sales pages, so the same place that you do your emails, you send your emails from, is the same place that you're going to do sales pages from, is the same place that you're going to do your freebie from. All of it's going to be in the same place. It's called a CRM system, and we actually give you one in one-to-many for a few months to get you going. So yeah, it's all done in the same place. We don't want to like be confusing it by using all these different softwares. We just do it in one place. Okay, off you go. Go do it. I might not be popping in this evening to check up on everybody because my day is very, very full, but I will try to. If not, I'll see you tomorrow anyway for day 4. But you can't give up now. You cannot give up at this point. You've got this far. Do not give up. Love that one. Spinal fusion surgery. Have your recovery plan. Done. Good. Glad you're in. Don't give up. You're halfway there. Like all the gaps that you keep talking about, like, well, how will I do this? Well, how will I do that bit? How will I do that bit? That will all be answered on the masterclass on Monday evening when I tell you who the winners are of this. I can't tell you everything in challenges. I can only give you the bits you really need so that when we do the masterclass on the Monday night, it will all make sense. You'll be like, oh, I have that bit, I have that bit, I have that bit, and I have that bit. You will understand. So just do the bits. Trust the process, don't think too far ahead, and I'll see you on the masterclass on Monday night to finish this all off after tomorrow's. We've still got one more day after today, and then I'll see you on the masterclass on Monday. I'll tell you who the winners are. I will tell you about one-to-many while we're on there. I will make this all make complete sense to you, and everyone will be happy. Okay, go do today's, and I will speak to you soon.